Hi, Paul Wakefield here from paulwakefieldmarketing.com, and thanks for joining me on this very quick video. Look, now this is very important because over the last few days I've had some pretty good meetings, or really good meetings. A lot of it has come down to obviously social media marketing. So I've put this video together to show you how to develop a winning social media marketing plan. Because that is what I found over the last few days, a lot of people are struggling to understand. So sit back, put your feet up, grab a drink, do whatever you want to do, and listen for the next few minutes over these very quick slides. And I hope you find this beneficial. What I will say, please, guys, is once you've listened to it, could I ask you please to like it, to share it, comment below, good or bad, give us your feedback. It always helps me to improve on my videos and the information that I'm sharing with you guys. So I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. So okay, as I said, sit back, put your feet up, grab a drink, and listen to what I've got to say, and hopefully you will completely understand the importance and how you can develop a winning social media marketing plan. First, here's a quick glimpse of some revealing social media stats which I believe are very important. Facebook. Now, according to ExactTarget, the primary reason why people like a Facebook page is to simply establish a sales relationship with a specific brand through the following reasons. 40% to receive promotions and coupons. 30% like the fan page for instant updates on upcoming sales. And 30% to show support for certain brands or companies. Now, I thought that's very interesting and very important. Twitter. Now, according to Edison Research, 40% of the total time people are on Twitter are spent on learning about certain products and services, or reading / getting feedback from what others have to say about them, as well as share personal opinions and experience. I think you'll agree with that. Personally, I thought it was probably a little bit higher, but yeah, hey ho. So yeah, I was quite impressed with that. So okay, social media is all about building relationships, and this is where people go wrong. It's about building that like, love, and that trust relationship, guys. Please remember this because it's very important. Look, as more and more companies and brands readily include their product offers in social media experience, a growing number of consumers have grown increasingly comfortable with the idea of social commerce. Given the promising potential of social media, it is important to have a flexible marketing strategy in place that can grow and adjust with the ever-changing trend. By taking time to develop processes from both the corporate and the individual standpoint, you will be able to sustain healthy social engagement activities over time. You can do this by building communities and relationships by listening, responding, and creating value. Now, today within this video, I want to share with you 7 essential steps for creating a successful social media strategy. Now, according to the Social Media Marketing Report for 2012, an estimated 83% of marketers indicate that social media is important for their business. 83%, that's massive, guys. Also, as more and more companies work on integrating social media into their corporate marketing and communication plan, there is a growing emphasis for creating a winning social media strategy. Now, without a plan or strategy, your presence might as well be non-existent or muted. Guaranteed. Completely waste of time. But I hear you ask, how do you exactly develop a strategy to best cater to the unique behaviour and characteristics of your niche? Well, as I said, here's a very simple 7-step guide to make sure you hit the ground running on your social media campaign. But first, important. If you are working for a big company or organisation, before you start formulating your social media strategy, it is absolutely critical for the stakeholders of the business to believe in the potential of social media, and that primary goal is not just to simply sell products and services. Your company should not launch a social media campaign just to join the bandwagon and in response to the fact that everyone else is doing it. Social media is not a temporary marketing gimmick or project with an expiry date, but a long-term commitment with invaluable benefits. It is important for organisations to recognise that constant testing and experimentation are required every so often to study the effectiveness. Okay, please go over this because, as I said, this is very, very important. Very important. But now I've covered that, again, please keep your feet up, sit back, because here are the 7 critically important steps to guide you through developing your very own social media strategy. Step 1. Define your goals and objectives. Determine what are your specific social media objectives and goals and how they complement and support the overall goals of your company. I'll repeat that because it's very important. Define your goals and objectives. Determine what are your specific social media objectives and goals and how they complement and support the overall goals of your company. So the 3 things I normally say to people: do you want more money? Do you want more sales? Or do you want more coverage, leverage? Okay, so have a think about that because it's very, very important. Step 2, research, and more research. Look, please don't make the mistake of simply jumping in with a sea of competition and discerning consumers without having any clue. Research is very important as basis for execution. This will include the action plan for the 6 major social media platforms. And if you're not aware of what the 6 are, that's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google+, and the new boy on the block, Pinterest. They are the 6 major social media platforms. So please take time to check out what's out there, scope the competition, and understand your target audience. And that is very, very crucial. Understand your target audience. Step 3. Prepare a database of contacts and content. If you go about your social media campaign correctly, social relationships will start to develop naturally. Look, start by establishing connections by following conversations relevant to your branding. Make a list that will identify the key influencers and power users that play the important role in your industry. Step 4. Join conversations to start developing and forging relationships. Very, very important. Start answering questions relevant to your industry. Give your opinion and join a community. Very, very important. This will not only help you start your network, it will also help you build your reputation as an industry expert and a thought leader. That person who everybody wants to go to. Okay, and this is key within social media, forging the relationship, but showing you're the expert and the person who everyone should be going to. Step 5, strengthen your social media relationship. Look, don't just hide behind a cover image or an avatar or a brand. Make your presence known by attending events that encourage face-to-face interactions. This includes offline events that are relevant to your industry, networking events, seminars, workshops, conferences, whatever. It's very, very important. I can honestly say for the first year or so, I stopped doing this. I don't know why, I just stopped doing it. And it was the worst thing I could have ever done. You know, as soon as I started getting back out there and showing who I was, who this person was, who Paul Wakefield was, again, it skyrocketed my business. So please, strengthen your social media relationship by doing the face-to-face interaction. Very, very important. Step 6, take time to measure results. And this is a big thing, because when I say this to my clients, they're always like, really? You can measure your results? Heck yes, of course you can. That's one of the pluses of social media. It's amazing. So take time to measure results. You have already established your goals and objectives, right? You should have. If you've got this far, you should have. If you've already done that, it is equally important to measure your success. Among the most common goals include enhance brand presence across social media platforms, increase traffic to company websites, increase positive consumer sentiment and perception towards your brand, develop relationships for potential partnerships, opportunities in the future. Okay, very, very key. You must take time to measure your results. And this is the good thing with social media, and again, it's something key that everyone forgets. And finally, last but not least, step 7, analyze, adjust, and improve. Again, this is crucial. Split testing, analyze what's worked, what hasn't worked, and then improve it. Look, once you have measured your success and progress towards your goal, you need to analyze and identify key areas that need improvement. Adapt to changing trends and improve your overall social media campaign. Remember, it is not always a straight road ahead, so you need to constantly evaluate and adjust. And that is one of the most simple, easiest things to do, but yet crucial and very, very important, very, very powerful. Analyze, adjust, and improve. Well, okay, thank you. I really, really hope that you've just found that of some help. Very, very simple, straightforward, 7 steps, but very, very important. So look, can I ask, if you've just found that to be of some help, can I ask you please to share this video with friends, colleagues, people you know, and also please, wherever you're watching this video, click like or whatever you like to do, like, at least share. But more importantly, can I ask you to comment below and let me have your feedback, please? Because, for me to start and keep giving you content, I need to know it works. So please comment below, good, bad, constructive. If it didn't make any sense, put your questions and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. So, your comments are very, very important to me. So, yeah, please comment below. And as I said, share this with your friends, colleagues, people you know, and click like, and it'd be very much appreciated. Thanks ever so much. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it to be of some help. And, take care. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.